Good morning, everybody. This is a new episode of What's Sold on eBay, and this is from the middle of September. Now, I don't know if y'all remember from previous videos, but I did go on a road trip, so I was not available. I put my eBay store on vacation mode, and I also put Etsy, Poshmark, and Mercari also on vacation mode. Now, eBay is the only platform where I can still get sales on the vacation settings. And the saying, my sales were quite a bit lower, which is understandable because then I do also have to extend my handling time as well. I took a 9-day vacation. I traveled across 9 states. It was a nice little solo trip by car, and it was very enjoyable. Now, I did thrift in Springfield, Illinois, Rolla, Missouri, and Mayfield, Kentucky. I didn't get a chance to thrift in any other states just because I was on a time schedule and I did a lot of driving. So let's get into sales. Now you see here 27.1 down. So yes, my sales are down. I fully expected them to be down. You know, we love taking vacations, but when we get back, we see how our sales have dropped and it's not fun. Let's see, I have an advertising campaign right now where that is actually increasing some sales. It is Sunday, September 29th, 2024. I have 9 sales on eBay right now. I have 9 sales on eBay right now. Etsy, I have 3. Poshmark, I have 1. So let's go down here. Everything is down percentage-wise. My listing impressions, listing page views, and sales conversion rate. I have 3,359 active listings where I almost had 3,400 active listings. I need to bring those up. So let's get to it, everyone. Like I said, since I did have all of my stores on vacation mode, I only had one other sale for my vacation, and that was on Poshmark. So I'm not going to show that. That was a smaller sale. But let's get into this. So I sold this beautiful pair of Madeira style pillowcases. Now I listed these, in August, last of August. So they haven't even been listed a month. I paid $4 for them. The buyer paid $20.99, and my net profit is after shipping fees, e-commerce fees, right? The promoted listing fees, all of those, and my inventory fees. So my net on these pillowcases was $11.99. Now, I did put Madeira style because of the way it is embroidered, and it has the cutouts on the flowers. Very pretty, very dainty, cottage-like. Okay, this listing I had for a long time. I did relist it on June. I wanted to just kind of freshen it up. I have had this vintage Western style skirt set since 2020, so that's 4 years, 4 long years. And you know, I really thought the Southwest print would make this sell quickly, and it was a good size. Maybe I had this a little bit too high. I did have it at $40.99, but I did accept the best offer of $35. I believe, now this is a long time ago, so I don't have the record, but I do believe I paid $5.30 for this. I know I got it at a Goodwill store, and my net was $23.70. So if you are getting these Western style clothing, especially the vintage ones, some do sell very, very quickly. However, some will sit a while. The next one I have is this beautiful porcelain Hallmark unicorn. They sold for $16. I bought it at a yard sale for $2 back in July. $14.42 was my net, and I just love selling the unicorn fantasy figurines. And since this was in the box and original packaging, very easy to ship. I love vintage, so I had to buy this sweater. I think I paid too much. I paid $5 for this cardigan sweater, and it just sat and sat. I mean, I had it for over a year. I listed it April 2023. It ended up selling for $18.85. Like I said, I paid $5 for it, so my net was only $14.65, which isn't terrible. I will say that. And there were some small defects here, like right there in the sleeve, right? So I really couldn't expect it to go for a lot more. I think if I were to look at it now and I saw the snags, I would not purchase it for the $5. I received this beautiful Christmas tablecloth in an online auction lot. And now I had this since 2022, and I can tell you why. I did not iron it. Look at the lines. Look at the creases. I should have ironed this tablecloth. It would have sold a lot sooner. It's definitely a different Christmas type vibe, being black. It sold for $18. I paid $1.12. Like I said, in my online auction lots, when I get them, I get the cost of each individual item by the cost of the entire lot divided by how many items I can list from that lot. And I did list a lot with this one because I received many, many linens. My net on this tablecloth was $13.21. And just another note, I do sell these all year. It is getting towards the Christmas season right now, but these do sell all year. So get them and list them. This sheet I received in a lot that my friend sourced for me. So I listed it September 15th, and since I was on vacation, I accepted a best offer. Now this is a queen, so maybe I should have listed it for a little bit more than the $18.99, but I knew I was going on vacation, and I'm thinking, well, I really need to get some sales while I'm gone. I ended up taking a best offer of $14 for this. I ended up paying $1.69, and that was the price per item from the lot I received from my friend. And my net profit was $12.87. Really pretty pattern, though, don't you think? Nice watercolor pastel. Okay, this creamer cow I bought on a whim. I mean, it was only $1.50, so not terrible. And I thought, well, it's kind of cute because it's kind of that farmhouse country vibe. And I took a best offer of $10 because it had been listed since December of last year. And my net profit on this was $5.52. So even if something looks cute and it gives off that nice country vibe, or you can find the keywords for it, it's not worth it sometimes. I mean, he was very easy to ship, very small. I just put him in a 10 by 8 by 6 box and wrapped them in some bubble wrap. But still, my profit was pretty low. Now this is a pretty pillowcase. Anything with eyelet lace, which that is eyelet lace right there. It's on a lot of older items, a lot of vintage items, and it gives off a great country farmhouse type of vibe. And this was a king pillowcase, and I bought it for $1.06 with tax. I listed it June. I accepted best offer of $15, and my net profit was $10.30. I received $32 for this LL Bean holiday dress. So it has a lovely holly berry pattern, and it's velvet. Very Christmas, holiday, modest. I listed it for $36.99. I listed it in April, so it did take a few months to sell, but since this was more of a Christmas item, I figured it would take a few more months. I did pay up for this. I paid $8.50 at my local Goodwill, and my net profit was $17.86. Okay, the next thing I sold was this Vermont Country Store little short robe, or little short, like a robe jacket. And this did sit a while. I relisted it July of 2022, but this did sit. I believe I've had this since early 2021, and maybe I didn't put the right keywords in it. I mean, it is like a quilted robe type, but I did not put jackets. Maybe that's what was missing. I did get a lot of watchers on this, but no one really, not a lot of interest. A little bit of interest, but yeah, no one buyed, or no one paid. No one buyed. That buyed is not a word, everybody, just so you know. I accepted a best offer of $19.75. I believe I paid at the most $5.30 for this, and my net profit was $13.25. Now, I don't know if you guys are seeing a trend here, but my net profit hasn't been that high with these. But I do have a few good ones coming up, so keep on watching. Now, here's an example of bowls that I probably should not have bought. I mean, they are a cool pattern. I could get keywords for them, right? So wildlife, cabin, lodge, primitive. Anyone looking for, dishware for their cabin house, lake house, would look at these types of bowls. I paid $3.75 for them at my local Goodwill, and $16.99 is what they were bought for. My net was $12.77. However, that does not include the bubble wrap that goes into it and the bigger box, because when the dishware, well, anything ceramic or breakable, when it is in bubble wrap and when it is packaged securely, a lot of times you do have to ship it in a bigger box. So will I get this again? No. I did buy these in May, so they only took a few months. And $12.77 isn't terrible, but it's not the best profit I could have made from ceramic. I did get this Target sham. I mean, it was for $1 at my local Goodwill. I said, well, why not? It's cute, and it has it's textured. See how it has a little fringe there, and it looks like some abstract, like fish pattern going on. Very cute, and a lot of people do like Target. However, since I was on vacation, I did take a best offer of $8. So instead of $15.99, $8, and my profit was $6.25. And actually, this is not a terrible sale because it's very easy to ship this. It's very easy to store it. It does not take a lot of room. So if I can make $6 out of $1, then that's just profit. Why wouldn't you do that? And here is a little pale pink nylon nightgown. Now, I did not really photograph the color well, but it was a pale pink. I think you can see it better in this picture. I do find a lot, when I find these and they're for a good price, I will buy them. I paid $3.18 at my local St. Vincent de Paul's thrift store. The buyer paid $16.99 and my profit was $9.43. This is so lightweight, so easy to ship. It's a no-brainer. I will ship these all day long. This is easy. Now, here are some pretty curtains. These curtains did sit a long time because I did have them priced up, maybe a little too high at $42.85. I did have them listed since July of 2022, so a little over 2 years. But here's how they looked, and I could have done better with the pictures as well. I should have ironed these and made them more presentable in the pictures. But look at the texture on this. Very, very pretty. I see these types of curtains and I say, oh yeah, all day will I sell these, all day long. I accepted a best offer of $27 on these. I paid $6.31. I forget right now where I bought them. And my profit was $17.46. Now here's what I love finding. Laura Ashley is a great brand for linens, for a lot of things. And I found this at my local St. Vincent de Paul's thrift store for $5.30. Now the start time does say August 30th. However, I did find this in July, and I had a return just because it did not match the buyer's her decor in that room that she wanted the valance for. So that's why I give free returns. Okay, fine. You can return it. Since it was just she didn't like it, it wouldn't work, I did not refund her original shipping back. So yes, I paid for her return label, but I did not refund her original shipping. And then of course I refunded her all the total amount that she paid to purchase, which the first buyer gave me a best offer of $28, and I accepted it. So with this return, I had a buyer pay full price, $34.99, and my profit was $26.83. So that was a perfect sale. Great. So easy to ship, so easy to store. Whenever I find bulk vintage flatware, silverware, and it's priced well, I buy it. And then I lot it up per pattern. I look up the pattern, and the pattern for most flatware sets is very, very easy to find. You just do a Google search, or you can go on replacements.com. And they have a little search tool as well. And I think I have found, maybe there's one or two that I've looked for that was missing from replacements, but they are very, very good with their resources on the patterns. Now these were, they did not have a pattern name. However, look at that magnificent Art Deco design on them. I love Art Deco. I think it is the coolest ever. And see that I always take a picture of what it says in the back. And I never polish the silverware. I figure, that's too much, and a lot of people don't want it polished. I took a best offer of $20. They were originally, I had $23.99 on them. I've had these since June, and this was a bulk buy, so I probably purchased these in a lot with other flatware, maybe with a wooden case, maybe not. I ended up paying $1.42, so my net profit was $14.30. I love flatware, very easy to ship, and again, easy to store. Now this was a remarkable sale. I won this very large ship wheel, 33 inches, at an online auction. This was such a cool auction. I won it December of 2022, and there were a lot of vintage trains, American Flyer trains, the metal, I think they were 1940s, so I sold all of the trains, but I also got a few other items, and the ship wheel was another one. And when I got it, I didn't realize how big it was, and I live in such a rural area that putting it on Facebook Marketplace, I don't believe it would work for me. So I just kept it on eBay. I accepted a best offer of $175 on $235. I think that was very fair. Like I said, I've had this listed since 2022, so almost 2 years. My cost per item on this online auction was $6.52. And with shipping, now I shipped this to Palmer, Alaska. So the shipping, if you can see here, was $120.35. I ended up netting $179.65. So this was a very good sale. And let me tell you, I had to piece some boxes together, but it wasn't very hard to package. Since it wasn't ceramic, I just had to make sure that the handles, right here were protected. So I did wrap them with bubble wrap. And, see, this ship wheel had wear, but it was on a ship, right? So you would expect it to. And, yeah, I put, bubble wrap around it, and I think it will ship very securely, and I'm not worried about it breaking or running into any problems at all. So thank you, buyer in Palmer, Alaska. This was an excellent sale. Another great sale I had was this hobnail lamp. I mean, these are just so great. I received this at an estate sale the last of July, and I paid $10 for this lamp. However, it's just a classic, hurricane lamp, just so mid-century. I said, why not? I'm going to get this. I actually have two. So I have this one, and then, there's one more left. They paid full price, $65.91. I shipped it to someone who lives in the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, and my net profit was $41.50. But yeah, this was not the hardest to ship. It came, in 3 pieces, and I put it in a 17 by 11 by 13 box that you can find at Walmart. Bubble wrapped it. I put cardboard around each section so that they would not rub or get knocked against each other, and that causes breaking a lot of the time. So there you go. And then I have these lovely clogs. These were new. I found them at my local Goodwill. I paid up for these $10, which I did okay on them. I'm not saying I did perfectly on them. I think next time I will not spend the $10 on these. I've accepted a best offer of $30, and they were originally priced at $38.99. I did start this. I listed these in June of this year, so they were only on my store for a few months. However, since summer is ending, all the fall clothes are out now. People are buying more boots, more of the winter clothing. I thought, well, I'll go ahead and take $30. So my profit was $18.74. And like I said, that's really not a bad price at all. And the last sale I have of the day is this lovely new apron by Williams-Sonoma. Williams-Sonoma is a great brand. If you've never heard of it, just buy it all day long, especially if it's something new. This was just a simple apron I got for $1 at my local Goodwill. I accepted a best offer of $25 from $28.99, and my net profit was $19.17. So here's the Williams-Sonoma, and it's a unisex. So, a guy could use this as well. I always take a picture of the tags on all of my textiles if there are any tags. And there you go. Now, with all of this said, I did do pretty good for my 9 days I was on vacation. However, I will tell you my net sales. Now, this is after inventory cost, shipping cost, e-commerce costs. My sales were $681.55. So that may sound lower than what you expected, but I'm not going to try to make my numbers bigger for anybody. This is what an online reseller full-time has to think about when they are selling, that there are fees that they will have to pay. And this is why it's so important to buy your inventory as low as possible, because that can take such a big chunk out of your net profits. Because buying inventory, right, yes, it's already paid for, yet you need to take that out just to see what you really netted from that item. you know, I could say I made $20.17 on this apron, but it would be a lie because I did pay $1 for it. So it's just something to think about. And if y'all have any questions or comments, please let me know. But thanks for watching till the end. If you like this, please hit like. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what I am giving you. And yeah, let me know in the comments what else you want to see. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful day.